Good evening, everybody. Welcome to In the Gap. Today is September the 10th. It is now 6 p.m. I'd like to introduce my host. I have Nia on. Say
Hey,
hi,
good
Nia.
people.
And OG.
Hey.
But hey, okay, OG. But, but before we get,
I don't feel like talking. My team took a 23-point loss.
Who is your team?
Don't worry about it.
before we get started today, you guys, today is a special day for me. Today is September the 10th. 19 years ago, I became a father of a very productive young lady that she's now a sophomore at ODU, and she's been on the dean's list. And I just want to say happy birthday to Kyra Braxton Hunter.
Happy birthday, Kyra. Congratulations on all your achievements.
Representing for the young black culture. Yes, ma'am.
And with that being said, we're going to get in some dialogue about young black people. OG, you ready to run that video?
Yeah, I'm ready to run it.
Let's go. Get up. Let's go.
Okay, so y'all saw that little clip. Please go back and watch the full clip. So people are saying that the boy's mom, this is like a football team, and this is supposed to be a coach. And
I don't know what happened there.
Well, it's raining over here where I'm at, so it's I might be in and out. Hey, Vanessa.
Let's just show this.
Now. You got me fucked up. Do something.
Yeah, I just want to say the moment his spit would have touched my lip, he would have been needing new hips. I would have kicked him in his balls. I would have beat the y'all ever seen a right pair before? I would have beat the skin off this motherfucking man. No bullshit. I don't give a damn.
See, this is a bunch of people doing it, but I'm trying to get to the actual video.
Yeah, that's not the right one.
And this is the one.
That's not the right video.
OG,
You got me fucked up. Do something.
This used to be normal treatment back in the day when I played by coaches, especially.
But the whole premise of what we're showing is how these coaches are talking to these young kids.
Yeah,
they're demeaning them. They're calling them punk motherfuckers and all kinds of names and all kinds of demeaning things. And we just wanted to get a dialogue on. You know, I don't understand how parents can let these guys talk to their kids like that. Talk about,
right.
I mean, they say things to the kids like they talk worse to the kids than we do to our own kids, and that's supposed to build you up. I don't agree. I want to see what everybody else got to say. I don't agree.
I don't agree at all. I mean, it gets pretty. It gets pretty physical and violent at these little league games. I mean, it starts when these kids are really young.
When I think about a coach, the role that a coach plays in a child's life is very significant. There's a responsibility as a coach to help keep a child in line. But I think that there is still a line that they should not cross. And just based on this tiny bit of the clip that you showed, I think that's a line that has been crossed.
I mean, do y'all think I should show another clip of it happening, like in Little League or something? Because I can do that. Because I don't know if everybody got their full.
Yeah, let's see if you can find something else on that. But
yeah,
keep talking, Neil, about it. Keep talking.
You know, coaches are supposed to be like role models and mentors. They're supposed to be like a backup to the parents. You know, sometimes parents are struggling with raising their kids in terms of discipline and everything. But when a coach comes in, you know, I've seen those coaches who are like, hey, you know, they take that kid that's under them in that sport, and they just, you know, they embrace that kid not only on the field, but they also give guidance to that kid with academics and things like that, and give guidance to the kids with the pressures of peer pressure and everything in society. I think that I feel like it's very disrespectful to speak to a child like that. And not only a child, I'm going to take it further. I feel like it's disrespectful to speak to an adult like that. I mean, because you can coach somebody, but you can have that passion and everything that goes along with coaching. Okay, fine. But I got a problem when you start calling me out my name. You know, when you are, you know, run faster MF or you PMF and all this stuff. It's like, oh, you can coach me without that tone, and you can coach me without calling me out my name. So I don't agree with coaches speaking to kids like that at all.
Right.
Because I would be one of them persons like, excuse me, coach, well, who you talking to? Because that's my child. And you're not going to talk to my child like that.
Right.
Vanessa jumped in. Yes, come on, Vanessa, because Vanessa's little boy be out there playing football, and she be posting pictures of him doing his thing with the football. So Vanessa said coaches now have one agenda and one agenda only, and it's for their own clout. Her son had great coaches. He had one coach that cussed at the team as a whole. I politely pulled him to the side and explained to him how things were going to go. I had no more issues. And that's right. That's right. You are absolutely right on both of those points, Vanessa. Some of these coaches do have their own agenda, and it's for the purpose of their clout, not for the purpose of bringing them kids up. And that's a problem, because when you in it, especially when you're working with kids, when you in it, you got to be in it for the right reasons. You know, being it for them kids, especially when you're doing little league with elementary school kids and stuff like that, trying to build them up. They be out there yelling and cursing them kids like that.
Oh, did you find a video?
Yeah. So, yeah. Let me try to share this one.
What if I told you a coach?
No, that's not.
In the middle of a game.
Y'all seeing this?
High school game. Walks up to a player, punches him in the stomach in front of everybody. Yes, he does get arrested in the middle of the game. Let's put up the picture for a mask. That's exactly what I saw in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Benjamin E. Mays High School. A coach for Benjamin E. Mays High School is being accused of punching one of his players during a game on Sunday afternoon. This was a crowded game. The incident happened during the first quarter of the school's game against Douglas County High School at the Eddie S. Henderson Stadium in Midtown Atlanta. The Mays coach was seen screaming at the player on the sidelines before he appeared to punch the high schooler in the stomach. The player can be seen after the strike, stumbling backwards and then doubling over, holding himself in pain. The coach continued to yell at the player as the high schooler tried to recover from the sneak attack. Now that coach has been arrested for the incident and removed from his coaching duties, according to the school district. An Atlanta public school spokesperson said this was a lay coach. I'm going to explain that in just a moment. They're trying to minimize the coach's connection. This was a lay coach who physically assaulted a player The coach was removed from the sidelines by an APS police officer and taken into custody. Now you would think, all right, a lay coach, that sounds like, I don't know, a volunteer coach, maybe a parent coach. No, lay coach is someone who does work directly for the school system. They simply do not teach in the classroom. That's all that means. So they utilize this terminology, got a lot of people thinking, well, this wasn't even a real coach. The hell it wasn't. It was an absolute real coach. You think the not real coach goes up and punches a high school student in the stomach and no one says anything? No, that's the coach. Okay? There's more. Spokesman Seth Coleman, and Seth is a good guy, I know Seth. He said in a statement sent to Atlanta News First, quote, a lay coach from Mays High School who is not a classroom instructor is now in police custody after an incident that occurred on the sideline during the school's game this afternoon against Douglas County High School. The lay coach will be charged with simple battery and face administrative charges from the district. Coleman also told Atlanta News First that the person does not owe the teaching certificate. They are required to complete the Georgia High School Association training program. The safety and well-being of all APS students remains a high priority for the district, and all APS employees are held to the highest standard of conduct and professionalism. The statement continued. Let's put up the picture again of the scene in which he's assaulting a student. Now, for a coach to be comfortable enough in the middle of a game to do this in front of everybody, and one, the high schooler is not shocked. I mean, he doesn't have it. This is not a natural response. If you go up and randomly punch a high school student in the stomach, and this is not normative action from that person, it's a totally different response. The players did not have an immediate response. The only people that had a response, obviously, the individuals who saw it for the first time. They said, well, that coach just assaulted a kid. 911 needs to be called. And that's what happened. There needs to be an exhaustive investigation.
All right, y'all, I think.
Let me tell you something.
I think that's enough.
Let me say this, okay? If my child is playing a sport and I see that coach physically punch my child, I'm sorry, but I can't say that I'm gonna be that calm parent. Cause see, that game gonna get shut down.
But see, the whole thing, people got a false pretense about this because people think he's doing the right thing. My son going to the NFL, my son going pro, my son go do this, my son go do that. And they get that in them kids' head, and they get that in the parents' head, and the parents say, this is what the child needs. This is what they need.
Before I comment, can you read some of the comments, Nia? I see we got a lot of them up in here.
Oh yeah, let's read the comments.
Marvin is here. Marvin said, "What up, panel and guests?" And
what's up, Marvin? What's up, Vanessa?
What's up, Vanessa? Marvin.
She said it's unacceptable.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I read all the rest of them.
No, you didn't.
OG, can you read? Can you read them, OG?
I'll read them. Vanessa says, "You know, I know," and then Vanessa also says these coaches now have one agenda, and the agenda only, and that is for their own clout. And then she says, Kyrie had great coaches. He had one coach that cussed at the team as a whole. I politely pulled him to the side and explained to him how things were going to go. And I had no more issues. Vanessa says unacceptable. And Miss Maxine says, I'm going on that damn field.
No. Hey, let me ask you this. And both of y'all, I'm asking both of y'all this. What if you was the parent that looked at it differently? And when I say looked at it differently, what if you was the parent to say, my child going to the NFL? And you felt like that's what, because most of these parents feel like that.
They are the
my
problem.
thought on that is, if a parent feels that is acceptable, yeah, you're supporting your child in going to the NFL, but there's a lot of that's in it for you, because when you as a parent allow someone else to disrespect your child and you're okay with it, I have to question your motives. So if your motive is for the child to go to the NFL, yeah, you're gonna tell your child it's okay, suck it up. So you looking at money. You're looking at your child being successful and getting money.
All right, OG. Let me throw this at you, OG. This for you, OG. What's the difference with going to the service?
The difference for them going to the service is they don't become instant millionaires. And my fault with the parents is there's thousands of kids playing football, thousands of college kids playing football, divisions 1, 2, and 3. Out of the, I don't know, 10, 15,000 kids that play football, only 300 of them get drafted, and less than that make it to a team, and even less than that start, less than that have a long career. And if your child is excelling in that sport and they're pretty good athletes, I would, I understand the importance of them playing ball, but there's also, I think, a point where you have to realize that this dream may not come true, because I mean, it's just, you just have to be that good to be on that field. And it's more than, it takes more than talent. It takes a mindset. It takes a drive. It takes a work ethic. It's a whole lot. And these people don't see that. They just see their kid. And it's a lot of moms that's doing this, because that's what you see at these little league games. And they argue with the coaches. These parents, they fight with the coaches. So that creates a nature around the sport where it's okay for a coach to disrespect or hit or talk like crap to a child. Learning football has nothing to do with that. They're not teaching them the game. You're teaching them bad sportsmanship. You're teaching them, they having bad attitudes and stuff. And that's why most of them never even make it that far. And that's all they got to live off and think about. What about the rest of their life when football days is over?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate though, because some of them make it. They go through this.
And I bet you they ain't have coaches like that. None of them that do.
No, I'm talking about some of them that had coaches like this make it.
I don't know none. I mean, it might.
I mean, I heard a lot of players talk about how nasty the coach was to them, how the coach pushed them and cussed them out and all that.
I think it's a difference. It's a difference because coaches cuss. NFL coaches cuss. It's a level of disrespect. I mean, when the coach says, "What the hell are you doing? You know better than that. Whatever," versus "You dumbass, I'll beat you as you do that wrong." I mean, it's a fine line that you go through there. And I played football, so I know the difference, and there is a difference.
And but it happens more than you think.
No, I know it happens. I know it happens. The point I'm making is that for a parent to see it and accept it, regardless of what you think your child gonna be, it's not right to accept that behavior. It doesn't matter. It's not right to accept that behavior.
So we got a few in the chat. Welcome, Angela, for joining us tonight, and Miss Dorothy. Miss Dorothy says everyone thinks their child is a star, but some kids don't even want to play, but their mom and dads want them to play. That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Because I can speak on that, Miss Dorothy, because I tried to push my child into my dream, and it didn't work out too well. She wanted to do it for fun. And I was looking way down the line because she was good at what she did, you know, in the sport. But she specifically told me that I took the fun out of it for her, and she didn't want to do it anymore. And that really hurt me right there, because that let me know that made me think about what was my motive. You know, yeah, I want her to do good, but you know, I was also reflecting back and trying to live my dreams through her. And that's unfair.
And that's what a lot of parents do. They try to live through their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And kids don't have choices. And I just think that sports is something that, and it's sad that we rely in our community on sports and entertainment to make it. You know, we feel like that's the only way we're going to make it. You know, it's very, you know, we don't teach our kids about becoming a lawyer, a doctor, a musician, or learning other things in life to become well-rounded in case you don't make, you know, it in the sports or the music industry. But we have a thought that that's the only way we can make it is to be a rapper, a singer, or an athlete. You know, and that's sad for us because that's all we get. It makes it seem like that's all we have. Like we can't use our brains. We have to use our body and our negativity through music, which is being pushed by somebody else. And I'll be glad when we can change that culture. Nothing wrong with playing sports. If you're good and make it, just great. But it's the numbers aren't in your favor. They're just not.
I agree. We are so much more than just sports.
Yes.
So much more than sports.
Yes.
But see, the whole thing is kids don't get, you know, you come up through high school and you good in your area. But when you go to college, you got kids that's been good in everybody area.
Yep. And you may not be as good.
Yeah, you might not be as good as you think you are.
Right. And that's depressing to a kid. You got to give options. You got to have children with options, but they start them off in little league and they can run fast in little league, and it's just like my boy. But then, like my man said, you get up in college and stuff like that, and there's people 3 times faster than you, bigger, stronger, everything. You can't even make a college. Do you see how many kids on the sidelines of a top college team that don't get to play?
Yeah.
I mean,
but even to make it on the college team, you gotta be good.
Yeah, that's
because the mediocre kids ain't gonna make it.
There's some kids that be on the sideline their whole 4 years in college, never get in the game.
Miss Dorothy got some comments. She said her nephews both played for Highland Springs, and they played because of her sister. She agreed that parents want them to get the bag and buy them a fancy car or big house. Yeah, that's.
Yep. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Because people. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because people seem like that's the only way out.
Yeah, they think that's the only way.
And it's the same way with going to college. You know, it's the same way people push kids to go to college. Some kids ain't built for college.
Right.
You're right.
College is not for everybody.
And you know what I think?
You can become You can become a millionaire other than going to college. If college ain't for you, if college ain't for you, don't go waste your time and money.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
These people who want this $1 million and stuff, they act like once the athlete made it, they made it. And these guys are under pressure to take care of their friends, their families, their whole neighborhood, and they can't do that. Yeah. And they go broke trying to do it. And Eric, what his name? Marvin knew his name. Tyron Smith, that played tackle for the Cowboys. He got a huge contract. He ended up having to get a restraining order against his sisters because they would constantly come to his house and ask for money and tell him things like, one of us, you wouldn't have made it, and this, and that. And he finally told him, I'm not doing it no more. I can't do this because, and then he bought his mom and dad a $300,000 house, and that wasn't big enough for him. They didn't want that. They wanted a bigger house. And he just said he cutting everybody off. Because honestly, he's the athlete. He did this. He don't owe you a paycheck every time he gets paid. And people don't understand that. And these guys go through a lot of athletes go through this. They feel culpable for everybody, man.
I'd rather you not give it to me if you go hit me back for it later.
Yeah, but they don't give them nothing. They just be there.
I'd rather you not do nothing for me if I got to hear about it later.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it from your heart, I shouldn't have to hear about it.
Right. If I buy you a $300,000 house and you're going to tell me that ain't good enough?
If you came to support me at a game, or even with me being sick, if you came to see me when I'm sick, I don't want to hear, man, I was there for you when you were sick.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why I don't tell nobody nothing. I don't lean on nobody. I don't ask nobody for nothing, because that hurts more than anything when somebody throws something in your face. I'd rather you not been there.
Yep.
So that's 2 points right there, because you have the player, unfortunately, who feels obligated. They feel obligated to have to take care of their family. They feel obligated of having to. How many times have you heard a player say, I'm gonna move my family out of the ghetto?
All the time.
They feel obligated to take on that responsibility of being the family provider. And that the family and friends feel entitled to it.
Yep. It's a tough way to deal, because it's the same thing when a rapper make it. He's supposed to go back and take care of the whole project that he came from. How can you expect that from somebody?
Yeah, and I don't need you to remind me of what we was doing on the corner.
Right.
I don't need you to remind me of that.
I take the words from what's his name? I forgot it. When I come back, think about it, I'll come back to it. But y'all go. Oh, hi, Kian.
All right, I got some comments I want to read here.
Hey, Kian, how you doing today?
Miss Dorothy got some comments. She said, my grandma used to say, when you think you're looking good, someone is looking better. She also chimed in and says, Allen Iverson said he took care of all of his boys, and when he stopped playing, everybody changed when the money got low. Yep. Welcome, Kian. Kian says, as a parent, I made my child play sports because idle mind is a devil's workshop. I think sports was a good thing for him. A lot of times the parent uses the coaches to discipline their child. Parents just dropping their children off at practice, etc. Now, I'm not agreeing to what the coach did, but it probably wasn't the first time it happened. And that's so true, Kian, because if you all a couple shows back, I had brought up the fact about parents putting all the responsibility on the teachers to educate their child. That falls right in line with what Kian just said. A lot of the times parents use the coaches to discipline their child. As a parent, you are responsible for disciplining your own child. It's not the coach's responsibility in that stance.
And she's right, because I know y'all have seen this before. Some of these moms, and I've seen it because my daughter used to cheer and cheerleading and stuff, they will prefer the coach be a father figure to the child than the child's father. They don't even want the child's father to be able to come to the game. The child's father can't help the kid or nothing. It's all about this guy who has no ties to your child other than for him winning the game, so he can try to coach at another level. And I mean, they don't care about the damage it's doing to their child. It's more about what they want and how they feel they can damage the child's father. A lot of it goes to that. And I've seen that a lot.
I gotta agree with you, OG. I mean, it's a whole lot of and the thing about it, most of these women don't even know these men. They don't even know them. They don't even know if they qualify to even be a coach.
Don't know a damn thing about them.
That's all they know is they a coach.
But they putting their child's hand in the hands of the coach.
Somewhere.
Yep. And this segue, this kind of segue into something good, because we can go and talk about Deion, how his coaching style is, and how people feel about what people were saying about him and how he take kids and what he do with kids. Talk a little bit about that, OG.
Hold on, OG. Before you jump into that, Let me read some of the comments. Miss Dorothy says, yes, but they're not teaching them at home on how to respect their elders. They use them kids as pawns, and it's not right.
Yep.
Then you have man says, correct, and that is why the changes are being made to high school games. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think they got to do a little more oversight when it comes to little leagues too. And like I agree with Deion. You know, of course, we know they hating on him. We knew that was going to happen. But the real reason they hate Deion is because Deion has changed the whole scale of college football. Because teams like Alabama and Georgia, the recruits are starting to say, I don't have to go there, to be seen, because Deion got HBCUs coming on TV. He got these kids deciding, well, I want part of this money. They're getting these deals, they're doing commercials, and they're following him. He had 30 players follow him to his school, and he just beat down two of them. And so they hating the whole culture that he brings because of the way he treats his kids. He treats them, he let them have swagger, but at a level where it's respectful. And he's making young men out of these boys, and he's just not throwing them into the world to be nobodies. That's the part that they hate.
You know what I like about it? I like that Deion know that he know what he brings. And he know, hey, if you don't make it, you can get a little bit of money to help your family.
Yeah. If they don't want that. They don't want that.
No, if you don't succeed, you can come over here and make a couple of $100,000.
Yeah.
If you never go pro.
Right. He had them believing in themselves, in their individuality. They play football, they love to play football. If they make it, they make it. They don't, they still gonna hold their head up high and be somebody. And that just put more positive black men out in the society, and they definitely don't want that. They do not want that. And that's why they hate Deion. If you listen to the game, all the little code phrases they use and stuff, Jamel Hill broke it down. If y'all find the article, Jamel Hill, the little codes that they use during the whole game, the things they try to say about Shador and Deion and stuff, it sounds positive, but it's negative. And it's a damn shame, man. It's a shame. Man can't succeed doing something good, and he got to be put down.
But Miss Dorothy said she loved Deion. Angela says all athletes need a financial class and learn how to budget their money properly.
Yes.
AI is not broke. He has plenty of money. His wife took a lot of his money during the divorce. He also purchased bad investments.
But AI have a trust fund.
Yeah. Well, what it is he made a deal with Reebok, and it was a deal that after he retired, I think 20 years or something like that, he coming to like 30 plus million, some more millions. So he's about to embark back on those millions, and he can live the rest of his life off of that. But I hope he's smart with it.
Yeah, but
you know, said they don't like Deion because he says what he wants and he ain't afraid of them.
He walked the walk.
Period, and he's showing them. Vanessa said, "True Little League is crazy, but you also have to realize those coaches are the only consistent male that are in these kids' life. Like I said, I was fortunate that Kyrie has good male role models. I'm probably off, but had to get that out there." So yeah, Vanessa, you find good role models in the coaches. That's what's needed. And I definitely agree with the fact with what Angela said too, because you know, before sports, you gotta have that education, because you can get injured in sports and then it's it. But when you have the education, nobody can take away your education. You know what you know. That can never be taken away from you. All it takes is one injury and to end your career. And then what? You don't know nothing else. All I know is football. All I know is basketball. How many times do you hear that?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have some form of an education, financial responsibilities. And you know, my daughter even said before, we was talking one time, and it was some things that we was talking about, and you know, she was like, they need to have home economics back in the schools. Like, that's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
But, you know, before we get to more comments, I'm gonna go back to what Vanessa said, and it's true. Some kids, those are the only role models they have. But I'll say this to the moms: if you have a problem with a child's father and you don't let that child see his dad or father be in his life, shame on you. To the dads, if you got kids out there who you know need you and you don't make your best effort to get through to that kid and see your kid go to court or whatever, and shame on you too, because no kid should have to rely on a coach to be their role model. If you got uncles, then your uncles, you need to step in. If you're a man, you need to step up and be a man. And if you're a woman, you need not to be toxic to this child.
OG, you said a mouthful just now. And because me personally, I couldn't have my daughter's mother dealing with another dude and he raising my child.
Exactly. I couldn't have it. I'm not gonna have it.
That would kill me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have it.
That would kill me.
Not gonna have it.
My child not gonna look up to no other man before she look up to me.
Nope. And you can't move far away enough for me not to see my child. It's not gonna happen.
Oh no.
I know that's right.
Nah.
I know that's right.
That's 100.
A daughter's love, first love is her father, because her father is supposed to teach her how she is supposed to be loved by a man.
Yep.
And that's you know, they say that daughters have a tendency to fall in love with a man that is similar
to their father,
like their dad, because they were shown a certain type of love from their father. So they expect that man, you gonna show me that same type of love.
Yeah.
You know, but that's going into another story though. But let me read some of these comments. Ms. Arthur went back to AI saying that he made a deal with Reebok. So apparently that was one of the bad investments that he made.
Well, hold on. He got a deal with them. He making money with them.
Yeah, he's the reason he gonna be rich in a year or two.
Yeah, he made another deal with them. He got his shoes came back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus he had a deal anyway, part of his old deal.
Yeah, part of his old deal. Yeah.
Indeed. Angela says, if you have watched the Jackson State game, the game was not sold out like it was when he was there. Jackson State has lost big.
Everybody went with him.
Yeah, but I got differences about that. But go ahead, I got differences.
All right, Vanessa Fax, student athlete. Miss Dorothy says that's why some of the pros go back to college and get their degrees.
Yeah, because it's a life after football.
They put the action, they put their sports first, and then go back and put the education.
Mm-hmm.
When they need to put the education first. That's something that, you know. And then you always hear where you have people that's like, oh, they should have went ahead and went pro first. You know, if a student player wants to complete his education and develop a little bit more at a college level, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
You need to go ahead and go pro. No. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Let that person make up their own mind what they want to do.
But
I agree with that. With that.
But Didi, some guys are so talented that they'll just waste their time in college at that point. They have to go pro. They have to go get that money, and then they can go back to school.
Go back to school.
Yeah. So some of them, when a guy's that talented, he can't. He ain't doing nothing for himself by staying in college.
This is education.
Oh, they get it. They go back and get it. So I got to give props to them. And then let's give props to some of these guys who do the right thing, like Jason Tatum, Rob Gronkowski, even Marshawn Lynch. These guys lived off an endorsement the whole time they played sports, have never spent a dime of their NFL or NBA money, and won't probably need to use it until they retire. And they're teaching more kids to do that. That's Jason Tatum's mom made him make that promise to her that he would not, and they're doing great. So we do have a lot of moms and dads and athletes out there. You saw how Coco ran up the steps to her dad?
No question.
That made me feel so damn proud yesterday to see that. It ain't a black-white thing, so to speak, but it just made me proud to see that because it's something you don't see that often. You know, they dogged Serena Williams' father. They dogged him while he was in the stands and stuff and criticized that man to death when all he did was create champions.
But just like they dogged Joe Jackson.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Joe was right all the way around the board. I'm not saying that. But look what he created.
Joe said, I did my job. Joe went to work with holes in his feet so those kids could have guitars and stuff.
Come on, man. Every kid gonna have something negative to say about your parenting. Every kid.
Neil laughing, but they did interviews and guys said Joe would come to work with his toes hanging out his shoes, and they laughed at him. But Joe gone. Joe and his kids left that neighborhood. She done laughed so hard she done got lost. Well, let me go back. Miss Dorothy said my brother's coach is at Henrico High for 25 years and still coaching today, but he never picked up my sons for any sport, but sons played with Blackwell. Touch that one. Keanne said you can always go back to school. Dion went pro, then went back to school. She also says Angel Reese has to stay in school because she makes more money in endorsements than she would in the WNBA.
Yeah, that's the difference.
And then Angela is saying, I think, referring to my Coco comment about her dad, she said yes. I ain't gonna say yes like the girl said. That's how she wrote it. Brought tears to my eyes. And Miss Dorothy said yes, cried when she did that. I mean, man, it was a bunch of us sitting around watching. I had went to this kid's birthday party, and all the men and that guy was sitting next to me said, make you proud, don't it? And I said, I just thought about it. I said, yes, it makes you proud to see a 19-year-old kid, because that's what she is, a kid. You know, first thing she do is fall out and then run up the steps to her dad. You know,
my daughter just turned 19 today. I mean,
right? See what I mean?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I can see my daughters doing that. They know I'll be hiding and doing all this stuff. I don't want no cameras on me and stuff. They'll be laughing, but you know.
But you know, going back to about the money thing, about leaving and going, if you can get the bag, go get that bag.
You got to.
You got to go get that bag.
You have to.
You can go back to school, but that bag ain't gonna always be there.
Your coaches will tell you when they think you're ready to leave. They'll tell you to go and get the money and just, you know, come back. Make sure you come back. You know, to school, and the majority of them do it.
Yeah, because if you can come out of college and get millions of dollars and do what you gotta do, go get that bag, man.
Yeah, because you got to go back to school so you can get those TV commentating jobs and stuff. You can't get on TV saying and this and that. You got to be able to speak. You have to be able, you know, learn how to be a professional all the time.
If that's what you want to do.
You can go back to the comments. I just read them because you disappeared.
Yeah, my service went out. Where did you stop at?
I stopped with Miss Dorothy saying, yes, I cried when she did that.
Okay. So Miss Melinda said that was history that we witnessed.
Hi, Miss Melinda.
You got
Melinda
said giving a shout out to Kyra. Happy birthday, Kyra. And Miss Melinda also says happy birthday. And
thank you.
Dion whole family is getting the bag.
Yeah, because they got a Kentucky Fried commercial. Y'all seen it? Yeah.
And he done changed that boy Hunter life. That boy he done changed his life.
Yeah, everybody know his name.
Kian said, did you all see all the commercials during the call?
Yeah. Them boys getting ass because Dion ain't gonna have it no other way. But that's Dion. That's how he was all his life. When he played football, it's like confident. You ain't getting by me. You're not catching no touchdowns on me. That's how he played the game.
When Dion said, I'm the best player that ever played the game of football, of sports. I'm the best sports player in history. He believes that.
Yeah, he believes it. Even though I disagree, but he believes it.
He talked the walk. He talked the talk, and he walked the walk.
Yeah, and you can't say nothing. I mean, because how you gonna deny it?
Look at what he's done. He played three different sports. He played three different sports.
Yeah, the only player I would say that was better than him in them three different sports is Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson's career was cut short, but Bo Jackson was a better baseball player. He was a better track star. And he would have been a better football player because he was damn near unstoppable.
But he would have been. Dion was.
Yeah, but people still say he was the best athlete ever, man, because of what he did. Bo Jackson was phenomenal, man. A man his size that could run that fast. In a foot race, him and Dion would probably tie. And this was a 220-something pound man. He was a phenomenal. He was like something like out of a science movie or something, man.
Ms. Dorothy said Michael Jordan, coach at North Carolina, told him to leave and go pro because he wanted to stay in college.
Yeah.
Angela says he has 3 commercials and Travis Hunter will be listed as a Heisman candidate. Oh, wow.
He will. He's going both ways.
He go both ways like Dion did.
Yeah.
He go both ways like Dion.
He the only player to score a touchdown and hit a home run on the same day. Deion was a beast. Yeah.
He played in the Super Bowl and the World Series.
Didn't he? They was on the same day, and he went to one and traveled to the next one, and
I mean, Deion was Deion. Nobody can deny nothing that Deion ever did. You cannot deny Deion for being Deion. I mean, he talked the talk, but he walked it, you know. I mean, I remember when he was young and people were saying, they asked a question about his necklace or something, and he was saying, you should be asking me why I'm driving this Lamborghini. I mean, he was just so full of his damn self, you know.
I remember I met Deion. He played for the Richmond Braves. Because Richmond Braves was Atlanta farm team.
Yeah.
And he had to play for the Braves for a half a season to go up to Atlanta. And I met him when he played for the Richmond Braves. He had a jerry curl.
Yeah.
He had a jerry curl.
Yeah, I mean,
and he told, this is what he told me and Chucky. Me and Chucky was there, and he told me and Chucky, he said one day they're gonna call me Prime Time. That's exactly what he told us, dog.
Yeah, because he named himself that. He made himself Prime Time. He knew that's what he was gonna be.
That's exactly what he told us. He said one day they're gonna call me Prime Time. Keep a lookout for me. Deion
retired over 20 years ago, and you still got people doing his Super Bowl celebration.
Hell yeah.
I mean, come on.
Did you see Shador do that jump?
Yeah.
When he scored, he did his dance.
Yeah. I mean, the boy is bad, man.
He is, man.
He Deion is Deion. That's just the bottom line. Deion is Deion.
One of a kind, baby. One of a kind.
He the Ric Flair of sports.
Yeah. He exactly. That's exactly what he is.
Yeah, he the Ric Flair of sports.
Of football. Yep.
Football, the Ric Flair. He talked the talk and walked the walk.
Definitely can't be mad at him.
Can't be, because he don't do nothing to hurt nobody.
No.
I mean, how is bragging on yourself hurting anybody? He has helped more people than he hurt. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I don't know how Babyface feel about it. He got his girl.
Well, she was everybody.
I'm just joking.
She was everybody girl. Come to find out, so.
I didn't know that.
She was in it for the money. She was messing with Derek Fisher when she was married to Babyface.
Tracy?
Oh, you telling me something, OG? You telling me something?
Oh,
you gonna open up a whole nother can of worms, boy.
Yeah, she been around. She targeted Babyface to marry him in the first place. So, I mean, she another. Well, I ain't gonna say she is bad as somebody else married to somebody named Harvey, but she was close to it.
Oh.
Marjorie? She close to Marjorie?
I don't think nobody close to that vixen. I mean that woman. But she did a little dirt.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
I didn't know Tracy was out there like that.
Yeah, I thought Tracy was clean cut.
No, she had a little thing with Derek Fisher that they tried to hide, and Babyface tried to keep it on the low and said he know she ain't do it and all that. Derek Fisher just laid back, and everybody knew it because people see, you know what I mean.
But don't
Derek Fisher a sneaky little dude, ain't he? He do it.
Yeah, he is. Derek Fisher like the Common of NBA.
Yeah, you right. Every time I turn around, Derek Fisher name come up.
Yep, just like Common. And goddamn Tiffany Haddish getting mad at Jennifer Hudson. All she gotta do is wait 3 months. He gonna be with somebody else.
Wait a minute.
Who? Why she married Jennifer Hudson?
Cause that's who he with now.
Derek Fisher with Jennifer Hudson?
No, Common.
Common with Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. All these switch ups, man.
But see, my thing about that though, you going after Common now. when your fat ass was on American Idol, Common wouldn't even looked at you.
I know, but you know what, man? It's a thing with people when somebody else done been through everybody else, they want them too. Wow. Man, it ain't a woman in the industry that Common ain't been with. That nigga ought to be tired by now. I mean,
I agree with you.
That nigga, man,
I agree with you.
Niggas can come on talking about player, all that. Ain't nobody like Common. Common done had them all. I mean, Erykah Badu, all of them. Common done had Serena Williams, all of them.
Oh, gosh.
You can't do nothing with Common, bro.
Oh.
That nigga's in another.
He's slipping his slide, don't it?
Common is in the class of his own. I'm telling you. Niggas got to envy Common, man, for real.
Oh,
and he got Tiffany Haddish gone. She gone.
Yeah, she going crazy. And I'm like, all you got to do is to wait, because 3 months later, he gonna be with somebody else. Who the next hot chick out there gonna be? The next hot chick that ain't a thought. He gonna have her because he particular about his, but he get it all.
Yeah, he particular about his wholeness. He
particular now about his pee. But
Maxine said Common is King Daddy.
He is. Common been through more hoes than on a golf course, for real.
Oh my gosh.
And he do it quietly.
Yeah, he do it quiet. He undercover. Next thing you know, the Joan looking crazy and he gone.
Yeah, he a quiet creeper. He a quiet creeper, man. I mean, how did he get around like that?
What is he doing besides women? Does he work? I ain't seen him in anything.
He don't have to. He be in movies and stuff. I think Common just go to a party and just tell him, little Bennett, whatever, I want her. And he go talk to him or whatever, put something smooth on him, whisper something in their ear, and they change their mind.
Because the women already think he fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, he ain't so common.
Oh, he common.
Yeah. Tiffany Haddish just got to chill and realize you just wanted. What she thought she was better than the rest?
See, that's the problem, though.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into something else, but people think it's all about the pee, man.
It ain't. We've been telling them that for years.
It ain't all about that, man.
Been telling them that for years.
Some men just want to nail a flag. They just want to conquer.
Yep. You can't get mad because what you might did something strange for the change and he move on. It ain't gonna keep him.
It ain't gonna keep him.
He ain't gonna stay. That's the bottom line. He ain't gonna stay.
Not the flag.
Yeah. Just want to mount that flag.
But some women just want the flag too.
Yeah, some women do. But why you sitting there crying about it then?
Yep. Because you thought your pee
was better than hers.
Yep. That's what Tiffany Haddish thought. She put him on. Yeah. Wake up in the morning, gone.
You thought your pee or your head game.
Yep.
Let's get real. Let's get real.
And by the time they figure it out, it ain't gonna be nobody left for him to hit.
Miss Dorothy said, keep that flag. And Angela said, Common is short.
He might be, but
he might be short
on the pee.
He's doing it long.
Yeah.
He's short, but he's doing it a long time.
Yes,
he love you a long time.
He ain't short on the pee.
He love you a long time.
Yeah. Common putting in work. Y'all can say what y'all want.
Y'all can say what y'all want. Common putting in that work.
Common putting in work. I don't care if he got to stand on the stool and whisper in their ear. They changed their mind.
Common putting in that work.
Yeah, Common putting it down.
Y'all can say what y'all want to say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
This been a great show.
Funny.
We got any more comments?
No, the last one, no. Angela said Common is short. I talked about that already.
Yeah. So we coming to the end of the show, you guys. It was a good show today. The we come to the part of the show where we play a song. So OG got the song this week. OG, it's on you.
Yeah, we'll talk for a minute because I got to pull it back up.
You should have been getting ready when I was talking. You knew
I couldn't. I couldn't. I got too into Common, man. My hero.
Yeah. Okay. Common will get you. Common will get you messed up.
I'm surprised.
You messing with Common.
Common is the man.
But he jumped into this conversation.
Marvin probably watching football right now.
Yeah. Marvin watching football. Marvin ain't thinking about that.
Thank you, Miss Dorothy. You have a great week as well.
Miss Dorothy, you better not leave yet.
Yeah, you can't leave yet. Yeah, you can't leave yet. I'm trying to be able to get this in on the share, but we might have to do another song, y'all, because this one.
Oh Lord, leave it up to OG. Here we go.
Oh no, bro, I'm good. Hold on. I'm sorry. I got what happened to me? I got
Ain't nothing happened to you.
I got sidetracked.
Common got you all messed up.
I got sidetracked. Just hold on. I got sidetracked, man.
Common got you all messed up.
How easily distracted you are.
You better.
Yeah, I know. I did. I got sidetracked for real.
Don't forget, you gotta get off this phone.
Yeah, but no,
podcast.
I was just giving them his props.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we heard it.
Oh, okay. This is my song. It's called "Forgive Me."
We don't own the rights to this music, you guys.
Not at all.
I gotta forgive me. I got a little bad blood with the man I was when I left them promises empty. When I could have said no, could have stayed home. When it started, could have had a different ending. I could have break so much, but sorry only goes so far. Why do I hold on so hard? I gotta forgive me. I stole $40 in mama wallet, sitting on the counter. All them late shift tips took a 10 out. Just a kid, but it still hurts to think about it. Sometimes 16 small town star athlete. Had my best friend girl in the backseat. Lied straight to his face when he asked me, what's right? Done a couple things, only me and God knows. Things I need to let go. I gotta forgive me. I got a little bad blood with the man I was when I left them promises empty. When I could have said no, could have stayed home. When the story could have ended. I could have waited so long, but sorry only goes so far. Why do I hold on so hard? I gotta forgive me. Daddy wasn't up, so I blamed me. Then I blamed him, then the whiskey. All his pointing fingers ain't help. Oh God. All this rolling in my head, while I'm rolling out the drive. Wouldn't pick up your phone, you wouldn't let me inside. 3 years down the drain, I'm because of one eye. I gotta forgive me. I got a little bad blood with the man I was when I left them promises empty. When I could have said no, could have stayed home. When the story could have ended differently. I could have waited so long, but sorry only goes so far. Why do I hold on so hard? I gotta forgive me. I gotta forgive me.
Gotta forgive me.
All right.
That was it, fellas. That's a great song, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a good song. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, let's close this thing out.
We get ready. All right, Nia, it's your thing.
I'm waiting on my music.
All right.
Yeah.
Your music is on.
Let it rock. Let it rock.
She said this. I don't know what.
All right, good people. We want to say thank you. Thank you for continuing to show up every Sunday, continuing to support us. We definitely appreciate you. We definitely want you to continue to like, share, subscribe, follow. Make sure that you bring somebody else in with you. If you got company that'll sit beside you while we airing, just bring somebody else in. We want to say thank you, and we wish you all a good week. And we will see you back here next Sunday.
And I hope Dallas take an L tonight.
Try now. You want to start that?
Wait a minute. OG, your team is still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's where that loss come from. Okay.
Yeah, but we lost to a team that was formidable. We ain't losing no scrubs.
An L is an L, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right, because it's kind of like when Boston lost. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but Baltimore won tonight, though, so, it's all good. It's all
okay.
good.
All right. I got to take that. I'm gonna eat that one. But I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back like Carmen Watts.
Whatever.
And those Commanders did something too.
Oh, yo. Bye, y'all. Bye.
All right.
Y'all have a good week. Thank you for joining us. Good night.